Hello and welcome everyone. Captain Hilly here with another flight simulator video. In the last video we landed in New York City, and we are now headed down to Nassau, Bahamas, and a special welcome to my beautiful and most dearest Angela, my dearest girlfriend. This flight should take about 2 hours and 50 minutes, and our cruising altitude will be 36,000 feet. So I hope everyone enjoys this flight, and yeah, I'm going to go get things set up here, so I'll be back in a little bit.
Talking flight monitor row 1 column to talking flight. Primary tabs tab control. Missed data item vertical speed data items 2 0 0 0. Missed data item expanded vertical speed. True air speed spoiler percent nav 2 course nav 1 nav lock data Mach speed Mach hold data item false. Longitude date latitude data item 40.77460 indicated air heading lock data item false. Heading date engine 4 throttle engine 2 engine 1 throttle autopilot attitude hold ASL altitude approach hold data item false. Altitude lock data item altitude altimeter inches date Lockheed Martin red Com 1 120 primary tap
New York LaGuardia local latest information Delta winds 175 at 6 visibility 20 clouds few 25,000 temperature 20 dew point 12 altimeter 3006 landing and departing runway
6
13
missed data item expanded altimeter inch
information Delta
airspeed hold date airspeed data items 2 4 5 missed data Lockheed Martin register Com 1 135 point talking flight 1 talking flight 1
Southwest 1118 ready for clearance to Mike Yankee
AGL altitude data item 9 unavailable missed data item communications data item expanded transponder data item 212
Mike Yankee November
Compu data item 1 transponder data item 212
procedures then as filed climb and maintain 6,000 expect flight level 360 within 10 minutes after departure squawk 4232 departure frequency 120
communications data item expanded transponder data item 4232 missed data
to
item
the Mike Yankee November
airspeed
airport
airspeed hold data item false collapse
procedures then as filed climb and maintain 6,000 expect
altimeter inches date altimeter QNH altitude data item 6
departure
0 missed data item expanded altitude data item 6,000 Lockheed Martin register
Southwest 1118 feedback correct
East Elmhurst, New York, United States 0.8 nautical miles 180 degrees
At least it's not pouring down rain here in New York City tonight, like it was last night. Oh boy, did I have one hell of a migraine for the last few days that finally went away. Yeah, that was bad. No, that was worse than bad. That was extremely bad.
Delivery, American 4321. Ready for clearance to Washington National Airport.
American 4321. Delivery cleared to the Washington National Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 6,000. Squawk 2311. Departure frequency 120.4.
Clear to the Washington National Airport as filed. Squawk 2311. Departure 120.4. American 4321.
American 4321. Feedback correct.
If you are interested in all things flight simulator and want an inclusive list where everyone is invited, you may send an email to let me try that again. BVI Aviators plus subscribe at groups.io.
Delivery American 46.
I also have a
59,
Facebook
ready for
page
clearance
that
to Memphis
is
Airport.
called
American
Facebook
4659.
group,
Delivery
rather, called
cleared to the
BVI
Memphis
Aviators.
Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 6000. Squawk
And when I
2362.
remember, I
Departure
will be
frequency
posting links for these videos
120.4.
Cleared
once
to
the video is
Memphis
uploaded
Airport as filed. Squawk 2362. Departure
places.
120.4.
I also have a
American
Facebook page,
4659.
which once I
American
start
4659,
going live, once I
feedback
figure
correct.
a couple issues out here, my live videos will be going to my Facebook page called Blue Skies BVI, the BVI Aviator channel. I'll be going live on Facebook and YouTube once I get a few things straightened out here. Especially with the simulator, which it's kind of going crazy at the moment. So yeah, those are kind of my plans right now.
On behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you
So
aboard
we
our
are
flight.
almost done
As you
voting,
find your
everybody,
seat,
so
be sure to
I will
place
be
your large
quiet
carry-on items in the
and make sure
overhead
everything
bins
is
and
ready
smaller
for
items
departure.
underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items,
Total
please
fuel,
use the flight attendant call
21,043.5
button
pounds,
over your seat.
3,141.2
Somebody
gallons.
will assist you.
Total fuel flow,
If the
0.
overhead bin is full, please make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Please double check that all your items are put away so that the aisle
Wind,
is clear
160
and
at 7
other
knots.
passengers
Gusts at
can
0 knots.
to their seats. If you're in an emergency exit row, please read the exit seating responsibilities in the card in the seat back in front of you. If you're not able to comply with these actions, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated. Now's the time to get out any last-minute text messages if you need to, but we ask that once we depart from the gate, you put away any laptops or tablets. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
Delivery Delta 6110. Ready for clearance. 2 Kilo Mike Sierra November Airport.
Delta 6110. Delivery cleared to the Kilo Mike Sierra November Airport as filed. Climb and maintain 6000. Squawk 3322. Departure frequency
East Elmhurst, New York, United States, 0.8 nautical miles, 180 degrees.
Kilo Mike Sierra November Airport as filed. Squawk 3322. Departure 120.4. Delta 6110.
Delta 6110. Feedback correct.
delivery, Frontier 646, ready for clearance to Cincinnati Airport.
Frontier 646. Delivery cleared to the
East Elmhurst, New York,
Cincinnati
United States.
Airport
0.8 nautical
as
miles,
filed.
180
Time and
degrees.
maintained 6,000. Squawk 5235. Departure frequency 120.4.
Cleared to the Cincinnati Airport as filed. Squawk 5235. Departure 120.4. Frontier 646.
Frontier 646. Feedback correct.
We are ready to go when you are.
Well, we are now ready for departure, everyone. So we will be underway shortly.
Numlock off. E. Door 1 V. Seatbelt sign on.
Beacon light armed.
Beacon lights switched on.
Beacon on. APU starting.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 11.
SIM connect messages unmuted.
Our flight time will be roughly 3 hours and 20 minutes. Please note the cabin door is now
APU at
closed.
100%.
We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane
Number SX
mode
activate
and
ground
your larger
services activate
devices
ground
are now
services
shut
1
down and
8
stowed.
8 8.
If you have not
GSX
already,
act 1.
please fasten your seatbelt
Blank.
and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seat backs must
SIM
be in
connect
the full
messages
upright
muted.
and locked
1.
position for departure. Cabin crew, prepare cabin for departure.
Com 1 121.70.
Ground southwest 1118 at 04,
APU generator
ready
active.
to push.
APU generator off. APU generator active.
18. Cleared to push. Start at your discretion. Contact ground when you're ready. On 121.7.
Ground on
5.
121.7 southwest 1118.
Number JFK greater 10 meters / 160.
Hello, Captain. We're ready for pushback. Locking gear.
Ground, southwest 1109, ready for taxi.
Southwest 1109. Ground, taxi 2, runway 13 and hold short.
Taxi 2, runway 13 and hold short, southwest 1109.
Locking gear.
Ground, southwest 1109, ready.
Southwest 1109. Ground, taxi 2, runway 13 and hold short.
Taxi 2, runway 13 and hold short. Southwest 1109.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted. Release parking brakes.
F 8,808.
Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Numlock on. Numlock off. Number 1 fuel valve open. Number 2 fuel valve open.
Start engine number 2.
Sorry, I missed your request. Engine start.
Negative.
Anything else you wanted?
Start engine 2.
What? Beg your pardon? Engine start.
Yes.
Cheers. Okay.
Ladies and
Take
gentlemen,
care of the
please
engine
direct your
starter.
attention to
Captain,
flight attendants for
beginning
safety
the engine
demonstration.
Number 1 starter engaged.
Start
When
valve
the seatbelt
open.
lights
Number
Engine
two.
1 and 2.
Why in the world is he
fasten
not
low and tight
responding
across your
correctly
lap.
when I tell him to
Fasten
start the
insert the
second
middle
engine?
fittings into one another and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap.
Because in real life, you
Release
actually
the
start
seatbelt with
engine
the upper
number 2
portion of the
first.
buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt
They
fastened
need to
throughout the
fix
entire
that.
flight.
Ground, United 2214, ready.
There are
Numlock
several
off.
emergency
Numlock on.
exits
Fuel
on
flow,
this aircraft.
engine
Number 1 ignition on.
Familiarize yourself with the emergency exits on this
Number one
aircraft.
start.
Runway
Please refer to the
13,
safety card
start
Number 2
back
starter
on
engaged.
the
Number 1 generator active.
Frontier, Airbus, taxi 2, runway 13 and hold short.
Or right on the
United
floor to guide you towards
2214.
Starter cutout. Engine 1. Fuel flow. Engine 2.
November 6, 7, 8, 9, Papa, Echo 8.
November 6, 7, 8, 9.
I didn't expect that.
Taxi to the ramp.
Taxi to the ramp.
Number 2 ignition on.
Although the bag does not carry oxygen is flowing to the mask, If you are traveling with a child,
Number 2 start off. Number 2 generator active.
Parking rate as required now.
Use your mask on until a member
Parking brake on.
Waiting your confirmation for good engine start.
East Elmhurst, New York, United States. 0.8 nautical miles. 100.
Under your seat or between the armrests.
1.
When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove
Not
the vest.
interested.
Flip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the straps in tight. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouth.
1109, ready.
Southwest 1109, ground, taxi to runway 13 and hold short.
Taxi to runway 13 and hold short. Southwest
Please
1109.
stow all personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are all in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight, and that includes vaping.
Ground, Frontier, Z46, ready.
Frontier,
located in the laboratory is strictly
follow the
prohibited by law.
Southwest
All of this
737 taxi
information
to
and more
runway
can be found in the
13
safety
and
code
hold
located in the
short.
seat
We'll
back
follow
in front
the
of you.
Southwest
Please just reading this
737
and letting
taxi
your cabin
to
member
runway
know if you have any
13
questions.
and hold short.
Thank you
Frontier,
for flying with us today, and we
Z46.
hope you enjoy your flight.
Ground, Southwest 24, 37, ready.
Southwest 24, 37, ground, taxi to runway 13 and hold short.
Taxi to runway 13 and hold short. Southwest 24, 37.
Number off.
1109, ready for taxi.
Southwest 1109,
1.
ground, follow the Frontier Airbus, taxi to runway
APU generator off.
13 and hold
APU
short.
shutting down.
We follow the Frontier Airbus, taxi to runway 13 and hold short. Southwest 1109.
Pitot heat on.
Your comm.
Got it.
APU shut down.
Ground, Southwest 1118 is with you at 04, ready for taxi.
Southwest 1118, ground, taxi to runway 13 and hold short.
Taxi lights
Taxi
on.
to runway 13.
Taxi
and
lights
hold short.
switched on.
Taxi on.
Southwest 1118.
Auto brake RTO.
Ground, Southwest 1109, ready.
Flaps 0. Flaps 1. Flaps 1.
9, ground, taxi to
Flaps 1.
runway
Flaps 2.
13 and hold short.
Taxi to runway 13 and hold short. Southwest 1109.
Flaps 2. Flaps 3. Flaps 3. Flaps 3. Flaps 4. Flaps 4. Flaps 4. Numlock on.
Ground, taxi to runway
Talking flight monitor roll on column 2.
Taxi to
Primary tabs top control.
and hold short. American
Z.
4355.
Auto throttle armed. Talking flight monitor. Talking flight monitor. Altitude lock data item false collapsed. Space. Altitude lock edit selected false. True. True. Missed data item expanded. Approach hold data. ASL altitude data item attitude hold data. Autopilot master switch data item true collapsed. Engine 1. Engine 2. Engine 3.
We're ready
Engine
for
4 throttle. Heading data item 0. Heading data item 34 unavailable. Lockheed Martin red. Talking flight mon. PAC ideal flight ideal flight context men exit sim flight assistance. Ideal flight professional header pushback local time 11 hour. Set autopilot item. Flight level verdict nav 1 obs nav obs flight ADF calls maintains select allow plate move to locate combo KLDA KLDA runway 04 hold short 8 KLDA runway 22 hold short KLDA runway 13 hold short set hotkeys voice settings okay ideal flight. Lockheed Martin registered Prepper 3D registered V4 numlock off.
Strobe lights on.
Southwest 1118, monitor tower
Strobe lights on.
118.7.
Monitor
Numlock on.
tower
Numlock off.
118.7
Strobe lights on.
Southwest 1118.
Com 1 118.70.
Strobe lights armed.
Southwest 1118, tower runway
Turn on lights selected on already.
Landing on.
Strobe lights
Taxi into
armed.
position and hold. Runway 13. Roger. Southwest
Strobe lights
1118.
armed.
Got it.
Strobe.
Strobe lights selected on.
Taxi lights off.
Frontier 6.
Roger, taxi lights switched off.
Taxi off.
Departure.
Numlock off. Ideal flight professional header move to location runway. Context men exit simulate flight assistance. Ideal flight professional header. Ideal flight assist. Flight level vertical nav 1 obs flight ADF calls maintain select allow move to location. KLGA runway 31 KLGA runway 13 set voice settings okay button dot. Ideal flight move to location
on runway
Lockheed Martin registered Prepper 3D registered V4 Ideal talking flight monitor row 1 column 3. Primary tabs tab control. Heading data items. Heading data item 135 unavailable. Heading data items 1. Heading edit 1. 3. 5.
Cleared for takeoff.
Missed data item.
Southwest 11.
Heading lock data
18.
item false collapse. Space. Heading lock edit. Heading lock active. Missed data item. Heading data. Engine 4 throttle. Engine 1 throttle. Autopilot. Attitude. AS. Altitude lock. Altitude. Altimeter. Altimeter inch. Airspeed. Airspeed data item. Airspeed hold data item false collapsed. Lockheed Martin red. Parking brake off.
Five knots, 60 knots, 64 knots, 96 knots, 122 knots, 142 knots, airport, 165 knots.
Flaps flap. Talking flight monitor row 1 columns. Primary tabs tab control. Space. Flaps.
18 degrees.
Flap 0. Missed data item expanded. Airspeed hold.
18 degrees.
Altimeter inch. Altimeter Q&A. Altitude data item 6000.
Over to departure.
13
Lockheed Martin
degrees
ready.
pitch. 7 degrees
Departure
pitch.
Southwest 1118 is with you. Leaving 1,800 for 6,000.
2,000 feet.
Southwest 1118, departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 15,000.
Talking flight monitor row. Talking flight monitor.
Climb and
1,
maintain
5, 0,
5,000.
0,
Southwest
0.
1118.
Missed data item expanded. Altitude data item 15,000. Lockheed Martin red. Num lock off. Auto brake off. Num lock on. $3,000 feet. $4,000 feet.
Frontier 646, contact New York Center on 121.12.
New York Center on 121.12.
Next waypoint, JFK. Distance 5 nautical miles. Bearing 217 degrees 1. Talking flight monitor row 1 called primary tabs tab control. ASL. Attitude. Autopilot master switch. Engine 2, engine 3, engine 4. Heading data item 1. Heading data item 134. 5. Missed data item expanded. Heading data item 40. Lockheed Martin red. Heading 131. Heading 126. $6,000 feet. Next waypoint, JFK. Distance 6 nautical miles. Bearing 200. Heading 93. Talking flight monitor. Primary tabs. Heading data item 45. 90. Missed data item expanded. Heading data item 90. Heading 90. Heading data item 7. Engine 3 throttle percent. Engine 4. Heading data item 69 unavailable. Heading data item 90. Heading data item 67 unavailable. Engine 4 throttle percent. Data item 0. Heading data item 66 unavailable. Heading 69. Engine 4. Heading data item 73 unavailable. Engine 4. Engine 3. Engine 2. Engine. Autopilot. Attitude hold. ASL out. Approach hold. Altitude lock data item true collapsed. Altitude data item 15,000. Lockheed Martin red. 8,000 feet. East Meadow, New York, United States. 0.4 nautical miles. 132 degrees. 241 knots indicated. Nine 9,000 feet.
Crossing 10,000.
feet. Landing off. Talking flight monitor 01 column 2. Primary tabs tab control. Altimeter inches. Airspeed hold date wide. Airspeed date wide and 245. 2. Air 6. 5. Missed date wide and expand. Airspeed hold date. Altimeter inches. Altimeter QNH altitude date wide and 15,000. Lockheed Martin register.
This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to pay a small fee if you wish to access it. We do offer complimentary in-flight thanks to our partners.
11,000 feet.
Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and state movies library.
Talking ideal flight PACX row Windows media plate status in command. Lockheed Martin register. Wait talking flight monitor 01 call talking flight monitor. $12,000 feet.
Southwest 1118, contact New York Center 121.12.
New York Center on 121.12.
Talking flight monitor. Talking flight monitor.
Boston Center, Southwest 1118, leaving 12,600 for 15,000.
13,000 feet.
Southwest 1118, Boston Center, roger. Climb and maintain flight level 230.
3, out, 6,
Climb
0,
and maintain
0, 0.
flight level 230.
AP altitude, 36,000.
Southwest 1118.
Next waypoint, JFK, distance, 23 nautical miles, bearing, 265 degrees 4 minutes, 15 seconds.
Center, November 3807, Foxtrot at 1,000 light chalk.
November 3807, Foxtrot, Boston Center, roger.
Lockheed Martin registered Prepper 3D registered V4, 14,000 feet. Talking flight monitor 01 column 2. Primary tabs tab control. Attitude hold date autopilot. Engine 1. Engine 2. Engine 2. Heading date. Heading date wide and heading lock date wide. Indicated airspeed. Latitude date wide. Longitude date. Mark date wide. Mark hold date wide and mark speed date. Nav lock date wide. Lockheed Martin. Num lock off.
Set navigation reference to GPS.
Nav GPS switch set to GPS. Num lock on. 15,000 feet.
Charlie, Golf, Kilo, Alpha, Foxtrot, contact Boston Center on 131.65.
Boston Center on 131.65. Charlie, Golf, Kilo, Alpha, Foxtrot.
Boston Center, orbit 1835 at 8,000.
Orbit 1835, Boston Center, roger.
16,000 feet.
Boston Center, United 4910 at 9,000.
United 4910, Boston Center, roger. Southwest
17,000 feet.
Contact approach on 120.05.
Approach on 120.05. Southwest 3059.
Boston Center Air Force 9430 is with you at 16,000.
Air Force 9430, Boston Center, roger. Resume home navigation.
Resume home navigation, Air Force 9430.
Talking flight monitor 01 column 2. Primary
Boston
tab.
Center.
Nav lock active.
United
Missed date.
4910.
Lockheed Martin Red
Is
80
with
altimeter.
you
1013.
at
29.92 inches long.
United 49.
Talking flight monitor row.
Boston
Talking flight
Center,
monitor.
Resume on navigation.
Mach speed date to item 0. Mach hold date with space. Mach hold. 2. Airspeed hold off. Mach date to item 0.5. 0. Mach edit 0. Dot. 6. Missed date to item expanded. Mach date to item 0.66. Lockheed Martin.
Contact New York Center on 134.95. We'll see you later.
American 3391 New York Center on 134.905. Boston Center Air Force 5996
19,000 feet.
10,000.
Air Force 5996 Boston Center, roger. Air Force 5996, contact approach on 125.75.
Approach on 125.75. Air Force 5996.
November 00001.
20,000 feet.
Boston Center on 131.95.
Boston Center on 131.95. November 00001.
November 11225. Contact Boston Center on 130.5.
Boston Center on 130.5. November 11225.
Southwest
21,000 feet.
18. Contact Boston Center 124.52.
Boston Center on 124.52.
Com 124.52.
Boston Center, Southwest 1118 is with you. Leaving flight level 2144, flight level 230.
Southwest 1118, Boston Center, roger. Southwest 1118, contact Boston Center
22,000 feet.
130.2.
Boston Center on 130.2.
Com 130.20.
Boston Center, Southwest 1118 is with you. Leaving flight level 2234, flight level 230.
Southwest 1118 Boston Center. Roger. Climb and maintain flight level 290.
Climb and maintain flight level
23,000 feet.
290, Southwest 1118.
Air Force 8430. Contact Boston Center on 131.8. We'll see you later.
Boston Center.
Next waypoint, JFK. Distance, 36 nautical miles. Bearing, 286 degrees 5 minutes, 37 seconds.
Southwest 4601.
Heading, 283.
Contact Boston Center on 132.3.
Boston Center on 132.3.
24,000 feet.
4601.
I do love how that first waypoint is only 10 miles away. Where do I contact if I did things the way
Air Force
I should?
30.
Would not
Contact New York
recognize that
Center
first
on
waypoint. This is too close.
132.85.
That's why I end up going
New York Center on
at least
25,000 feet.
90 degrees due east.
United
That
49.
way you don't cross that
Contact
waypoint
Boston
going up
Center
to a
on
higher altitude.
132.905. Good day.
Boston
Where
Center
do I
on
contact these?
132.905, United
Definitely going to
4910.
recognize it. Oh, great song, Sweetness.
26,000 feet. Talking flight monitor row 1 column 2. Primary tabs tab. Longitude date web. Mach date to items 0. Mach edit 0. Dot. 7. 6. Missed date white. Lockheed Martin register.
Yeah, the plane is flying itself, so there's not a whole heck left for me to do.
Southwest 1118. Climb and maintain flight
27,000 feet.
340.
Climb and maintain flight level 340, Southwest 1118.
Spirit Wings 795. Contact Boston Center on 130.4.
Boston Center on 130.4. Spirit Wings 795.
38,000 feet. Babylon, New York, United States, 5.3 nautical miles, 361 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean. 29,000 feet.
Southwest 11,
30,000 feet.
Contact New York Center 121.12.
New York Center on 121.12.
Com 121.12.
New York Center, Southwest 1118 is with you. Leaving flight level 3034, flight level 340.
Southwest 1118, New York Center, roger.
Next waypoint, JFK. Distance, 11 nautical miles. Bearing, 287 degrees 1 minute, 34 seconds, 31,000 feet.
Southwest 3100, contact New York Center on 131.55.
New York Center on 131.55, Southwest 3100.
32,000 feet.
Southwest 1118, contact New York Center 134.7.
New York Center
32,000 feet.
134.7.
Com 134.70.
New York Center, Southwest 1118 is with you. Leaving flight level 3314, flight level 340.
Next waypoint, call distance, 28 nautical miles. Bearing, 239 degrees 3 minutes, 54 seconds.
Climb and maintain flight level 360, Southwest 1118.
34,000 feet.
I've said it before in other videos, but I'm saying it again. Wow. Yeah, that was extremely great sweetness.
$35,000 feet.
JetBlue 341, contact Washington Center on 135.65.
JetBlue 341, Washington Center on 135.65.
I think I made the strangest, well, it's not that strange, but kind of a weird coffee cut from McDonald's tonight. I ordered a caramel cappuccino. Well, okay, so I threw some chocolate sauce on it too. What the hell, why not?
V. Seatbelt sign off.
And then
36,000 feet.
I decided, what the hell, why not? I threw some Oreo pieces on top of that.
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can now get up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when needed in case of unexpected turbulence.
But everyone, we are at 36,000 feet, and the flight time will be...
Time and route to destination, 2 hours 18 minutes, 6 seconds.
Around 2 hours and 18 minutes. So how is everyone doing tonight? Or today whenever you happen to be watching
Highlands, New
this.
Jersey, United States. 2.9 nautical miles, 186 degrees.
I actually cannot complain. However, I'm about to murder a computer, or in this case, both of my computers. Yeah, this one's lost a hell of a lot of files, and even the flight simulator is not working quite the way it should. So I'm going to have to spend some time at some point and completely reinstall it and all its stuff again. I'm trying to avoid that since it does take about an all-day project to do that. My other computer's just being wackily slow. I mean, sometimes Outlook won't even open properly. And lately it's been Zoom.
Next waypoint, RBV. Distance, 19 nautical miles. Bearing, 257 degrees, 2 minutes, 31 seconds.
Complimentary drinks and snacks. Please look in your feedback for our list of complimentary and premium.
It actually caused my computer to crash once and
if you wish to make an
lock
additional
up a
purchase,
second time, and
discount
I
that
have
will only accept credit cards.
an important meeting, a really important meeting on Thursday at 2 p.m. My dearest, most precious, most beautiful, most adorable Angela. Every single day, no matter what else I have going on, no matter how much pain I might be in, no matter where I happen to be, one thing is always the same. And one thing will always be
Southwest
the same.
4996. Contact Washington Center on 131.05.
Southwest 4996. Washington Center on 131.05.
I'm in love with it.
Pacifica 6257. Contact Washington Center on 134.95.
Pacifica 6257, Washington Center on 134.95.
You know, some days being me is not easy. Life is not easy. And you've seen how hard it gets to this, and the fact that you haven't done what
New York Center, southwest.
Next waypoint, stop. Distance, 16 nautical miles. Bearing, 262 degrees, 2 minutes, 13 seconds.
4244, New York Center, Roger.
shows how much he loves me and cares about me. If I could just be in your arms, sweetness, right now. That's what I really want right now, more than anything. Every single day is witnessed a great ray of sunshine that thing is. Shines on
Crowville, New Jersey, United States. 0.9 nautical miles, 344 degrees. Next waypoint, EMI. Distance, 111 nautical miles. Bearing, 263 degrees, 15 minutes, 14 seconds.
Southwest 4996. Contact New York Center on 131.25.
New York Center on 131.25. Southwest 4996.
He has made the happiest woman on the planet. So much happier and be 1,000% honest.
Southwest 1118. Contact Washington Center 124.77. We'll see you later.
Washington Center on 124.77.
Is that
Com 124.77.
Washington Center, Southwest 1118 is with you at flight level 360.
Southwest 1118, Washington Center.
Actually feels like something's missing. I think back to a few years ago, and I think I may have said this before, but I don't remember. Once I'd actually gotten off all of those meds that were causing issues, I was like, what in the hell? Actually, it was more like, what in the fucking hell just happened? And
American 864, contact Washington Center on 132.95.
Washington Center on 132.95. American 864.
I pretty much didn't know what to do once I'd gotten off all the meds. I mean, I seriously didn't know if I could get a hold of the. I didn't know if you would respond if I try to get a hold of the and then finally I was like, what the hell am I doing?
Brummel, Pennsylvania, United States. 1.7 nautical miles, 47 degrees.
Yeah, I was pretty much saying, what the fucking hell did I do? Because we need to resolve what happened.
Southwest 11:18. Traffic 2 o'clock. 1 miles northeastbound. American 737 at flight level 350.
Southwest 11:18.
American 5527 1 miles westbound. 737 at flight level 360.
American 5527.
Lee has no idea how it happened. He has always made the
just to be the one who'd walk 1,000 miles to fall down at your door. Na 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 I give him all my love, that's all I do. And if you saw my love, you'd love him too. And I love him. He gives me everything, and tenderly the kiss my lover brings, he brings to me, and I love him. A love like ours could never die, as long as I have him near me. Bright are the stars that shine, dark is the sky. I know this love of mine will never die, and I love him.
West Jet 2628. Contact Washington Center on 130.
then after
1 Jet
2020.
2628 Washington Center on 130.1.
And it got into 2021. I was like, I basically, who was that kind of fool? Because I'm trying to, I was pretty much like, you know, I need to quit thinking about it and actually do what I'm thinking. Look what happened. I actually did what I was thinking. I don't know who's more surprised, me or these witnesses. I know I watched your reaction to that video, and I'm like,
Southwest 11:18. Traffic 10 o'clock. 1 miles northwest.
that is the best thing I've ever
flight level
done.
350.
And I've done a lot of work.
18.
Asking the to be my
Jet
girlfriend.
2628 at flight level 350. Smooth.
West Jet 2628. 8, York Center. Roger.
Rising Sun, Maryland, United States. 3.7 nautical miles. 166 degrees.
Navigation.
Resume navigation. United 60,
Judge
52.
you
The
based
best
on
thing I
how
have
you
ever
might
done.
appear. That's not the important thing here. It's about the inside and the person that you are.
So very deeply loved.
If people leave you for your looks, then that's their loss, cause you're a shining star. Shining star. Shining star. You're beautiful just the way you are.
I could actually put Out at Sea on repeat even today. Sweetness. And it has the exact same effect as it did several years ago. Back even in 2017. Same effect. It's one heck of a good piece. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably yank off FSUIPC at the very least and reinstall that. Because for some reason, it will not delete my joystick axes. Yeah, I know. I hit the delete all button, and it's clearly gotten saved somewhere or something that's deleting because the way I've got things set up. I wonder if I could hit the ignore axes button and force FSUIPC to ignore the axes of my throttle. I'm going to try that before I try that. But the way I'm set up, is I've got two buttons on my throttle on the front of my throttle handles. Yeah, I have a dual throttle. If I hit the button, I can release things and have two individual throttles if I need to, which is nice. But I have the two buttons in front of my on the front of my throttles set up for F3 and F2. F3 increases the throttle and F2 decreases the throttle and also puts the throttle in full reverse. Or reverse, I should say. More I hold it, it will increase. When I let go, it goes back to idle. The button in front of that, or in front of that,
Southwest 11, 18, traffic 2 o'clock, 13 miles, Southwest
hold F3 down, it goes all the way to full throttle. When I release it, stays at full throttle.
Southwest 11, 18.
So that's kind of the way I was from. Since the throttle was actually
traffic
working.
1 to 2 o'clock, 13 miles, westbound, 737 at flight level 360.
At Ghana, 81, 78.
And then I have all the buttons set up that I really never have to touch the keyboard.
Resume on navigation. WestJet 26, 28.
I have, let's see, the top row of buttons. APU on, APU generator, APU shutdown, and fuel valves. Bottom row.
Hampstead,
That was
Maryland,
from
United States.
left to right.
4.0 nautical miles. 352
Bottom row
degrees.
buttons from left to right. No smoking signs. Seatbelt signs. Pitot heater. Or pitot heater. And landing lights. That's on the throttle part. On the stick, the small button, the first button from the bottom as you're coming up, I have it set as door open and close. Then when you actually the first button is parking brake apply. Then you come to next button,
Air Canada
which I have set as
8178
door open and close.
on
And then the trigger I've got set as
Next waypoint,
brakes.
CSN distance, 68 nautical miles. Bearing, 231 degrees 8 minutes, 49 seconds.
Next button you're going to come to is the autopilot button, to turn autopilot on and off. And then the button up from there is the auto throttle. And then I've got the spoilers armed, which is pretty much directly across from the auto throttle button. And then below that button is the landing gear up and down button. Now there's a hat switch. If I go hit up on the hat switch, well, not hat switch, the directional pad really. If I hit up, that's the F5 key, which retracts the flaps. Down is the F7 key,
Contact Washington Center 134.15.
increases the flaps.
Washington Center on 134.15.
If I hit
Conway,
left,
134.15.
Washington
that
Center
puts
Southwest 1118 is with you at flight level
auto brakes in
360.
rejected takeoff mode.
Southwest
If I
1118
hit
Washington
right,
Center. Roger.
it goes 1, 2, 3 at max. Or if I'm in RTO, it turns auto brakes off. And if I'm in position 1 and I hit left, it turns auto brakes off. So that's basically my joystick setup, and it works great.
United 5004, contact New York Center on 135.7.
United 5004, New York Center on 135.7.
Air Canada 8178, clear of traffic. Resume mode navigation.
Resume mode navigation. Air Canada 8178.
Poolsville, Maryland, United States, 2.8 nautical miles, 343 degrees.
Yeah, it actually works great with my setup because I don't have to actually worry about ever touching the keyboard unless something majorly goes wrong that I'm not planning on. Like say my cables on my joystick decide to disconnect for some reason. The only downside is this is an old joystick. Logitech does not make the G940 anymore, which is, in my mind, unfortunate. Yeah, it's took me a while to find one at a decent price. I finally found one over in the UK of all places. And after it wandered around the country for a little bit once it got over here, I found the guy that hooked it up, set things up, and the only thing I don't use are the pedals. Now, if someone ever figures out how to make it so the blind can taxi around an airport, I might get the pedals out. Or if Steve figures out how to make it so Ideal Flight can do it for me, I'll be happy there too. But really the problem is radar contact, which I've actually kind of found that is my favorite ATC program. It does not give you the taxiways that is the downside to it, but unlike Pro ATC, for example, which really only works with commercial airline schedules, if you listen to any of my older videos that are still up that I've used Pro ATC in, you will notice that there are only commercial aircraft in that. All the GA stuff goes away, the general aviation aircraft aren't in there. When radar contact, you still have general aviation floating around. I like Pro Flight Emulator as well, PF3, but it's not as easy to get set up and running properly. And the interface is a little bit... I wish it was better. So radar contact is what I still use. In fact, the program is almost completely accessible, minus a few minor things. Another thing I wish I could do with radar contact is throw more voices into it. But it is what it is, and I ain't not complaining.
Time en route to destination, 1 hours 54 minutes, 11 seconds.
Yeah, I'm going to be getting up early this morning because I kind of don't want to be awoken by maintenance trying to come in to fix a toilet that decided to break today. Yeah, the way this apartment is set up, I've got one bathroom which I use as my guest bathroom.
Next waypoint, GV, distance, 42 nautical miles, bearing, 211 degrees 5 minutes, 40 seconds.
What I've got set up as my office. And then I've got one in the master bathroom. Master bedroom. Yeah. That's what I use. Which is also where the laundry room is. Yeah. So I got gotta make sure I'm up before 8.
Bealton, Virginia, United States, 5.9 nautical miles,
I've had
128 degrees.
come in here like 8 o'clock in the morning. So I do need to make sure I'm up next. Well, I've got a dentist appointment on Wednesday, so I'll be up and gone if they come on Wednesday. Today and tomorrow, definitely need to be up bright and early. And Wednesday, I'm gonna be up. I want to be up no later than 6, so I can have some coffee and make sure I've thrown one of my methogens down my neck. Because, yeah, with the way my mouth is, it's just too damn sensitive.
Southwest 1118, traffic 10 o'clock, 14 miles, southwestbound Delta 737 at flight level 350.
Deal with some of that for
Southwest 1118.
Southwest 1767, contact Washington Center on 134.5.
Washington Center on 134.5, Southwest
Oh yeah, that's my
Southwest 1118, traffic 10 to 11 o'clock, 10 miles, northwestbound, Southwest 737 at flight level 350.
Southwest 1118.
I'll get it done though. I've got a bunch of stuff I need to run over to the UPS store. I've got other stuff that's I kind of forgot about once I moved in here that I needed to deal with. I've been so dang busy. So, yeah. It's what it is. Can't complain.
Southwest 1118, traffic 1 o'clock, 1 mile, southwestbound Delta 737 at flight level 350.
Southwest 1118.
Total fuel, 14,951.8 pounds, 2,231.9 gallons. Total fuel flow, 5,063. Next waypoint, RDU. Distance, 134 nautical miles. Bearing, 204 degrees 17 minutes, 34 seconds. Louisa, Virginia, United States, 6.7 nautical miles, 102 degrees.
Southwest 1767, clear of traffic. Resume on navigation.
Resume on navigation. Southwest 1767.
American 5097, clear of traffic. Resume on navigation.
Resume on navigation. American 5097.
Well, that's weird. I really had the iPhone lose speech. But yeah, it just did on when I opened the Quest Hospital Network app. Weird. I usually don't have a problem with that app. It did that time.
Southwest 1118, contact Washington Center 131.25.
Washington Center on 131.25.
Com 1, 131.25.
Washington Center, Southwest 1118 is with you at flight level 360.
Southwest 1118, Washington Center, roger. Delta 1661, clear of traffic. Resume on navigation.
Resume on navigation. Delta 1661.
Cumberland, Virginia, United States, 6.5 nautical miles, 50 degrees.
Charlie, clear of traffic. Resume on navigation.
Resume on navigation. November 1340 Charlie.
Chase City, Virginia, United States. 2.7 nautical miles, 100 degrees.
Speaking of losing battle, yeah, that migraine that I had was a definite losing battle for a few days. I may have lost the battle of few times over the last few days.
Creedmoor, North Carolina, United States. 3.6 nautical miles, 183 degrees.
American 737 at flight level 350.
Southwest 1118.
But ultimately, I won that war. I honestly don't like taking that much promethazine, but it worked. It definitely worked. Usually I only take one of them. And at the most, 2. But that was in total 6. I don't recommend doing that unless you have to, but eventually it did work. And that was the whole goal, was to win that war. But yeah, today is going to be super busy for me. I've got a bunch of reviews, accessibility testing reviews to do. I've got some definite work travel agency wise I need to do, because I have one person who responded to me today with the information I needed. And I have 2 more. One wants a Caribbean cruise, and one ironically wants to go to New Orleans. I jumped all over that one, but there was very little information, so I'm going to have to make sure I call him tomorrow and find out what he's looking for. Problem is, he put very little information on the contact form. And he didn't provide an email.
Distance 126 nautical miles. Bearing 188 degrees 16 minutes 30 seconds.
But oh well. Is what it is, and I'm not going to complain. All I know is that sooner or later I'll definitely make it SALE here. Yeah, I do love how a lot of these. See, I kind of specialize in, let's see, Alaska cruises, or I specialize in 2 things in Alaska, for Alaska. Rail, one of the rail packages, and there's plenty of those. There's sail and rail, which are expensive, but those are really nice. And then I also specialize in Alaska cruises. I also do cruises in general. Bahamas, Caribbean are the other 2 that I really like doing. Disney World and Disneyland, especially Disney World. I'll do that all day long. Other trips to anywhere in the Caribbean and the Bahamas. And anyone going to any of the cities that I actually know stuff about. And I also specialize in people who want to take trips or vacations in 6 months or less. What boggles my mind is that you can't tell me that the people that are wanting trips in less than 6 months don't think about the fact that the prices are going to be a lot higher. Because, like, a lot of the people I've been trying to work on have been wanting trips either within 1 month or within 3 months. And Yeah, those people, I don't think have thought of it through how expensive.
UK Barring, North Carolina, United States. 2.1 nautical miles, 335 degrees.
When I've got one now that really wants to go to somewhere in the Caribbean, late July, early August. 5 people and wants to be under $9,000. Not gonna happen. Not for an all-inclusive hotel. Not gonna happen. But I'll be surprised if I can find it. Fortunately, I've done enough research about the St. Thomas area that that's the first place I'm gonna look. I might be able to pull it off there, but I'm not even sure about that. Yeah, Aruba and St. Thomas are kind of my 2 places I'm going to look first. And then I've got the client that wants to cruise to the Caribbean, but they never, if people would put that in, never say if they want a Western Caribbean cruise or an Eastern Caribbean cruise, and that's important information.
Southwest 1118, traffic 10 o'clock, 15 miles, southwest bound, Spirit Wings, Airbus at flight level 350.
You can only get a cruise for the Eastern Caribbean or Western Caribbean. You can't get the whole Caribbean in one cruise. And then the person that wants to go to New Orleans, I'm going to definitely hopefully get more information on and get that one going. I saw that one. And usually I do not do ones that give very little information in the contact form. But that one, as soon as I saw New Orleans, I was like, ah, hell yes. And yeah, for most people I'm working on, it's 6 months or less. So actually, everyone I work on is 6 months or less. It might be harder to earn money that way, but those people that want to do that, or who are looking to take a trip in 6 months or less, are probably going to be more likely to book once I find something for them. So that's kind of how I have things set up. And let's see what the beautiful, dearest girlfriend wants.
Southwest 4940, clear of traffic. Resume on navigation.
Resume on navigation, southwest 4940.
Stedman, North Carolina, United States. 5.9 nautical miles, 31 degrees. Time and route to destination, 1 hours 20 minutes, 20 seconds.
Spirit Wings 426, clear of traffic. Resume on navigation.
Resume on navigation. Spirit Wings 426.
Southwest 1118, contact Washington Center 135.3.
Washington Center on 135.3.
Com 1, 135.20.
Yeah, there are actual echo skills that I can get the weather off of
with you at flight number 360.
Because I can keep track of the weather at my destination airport or anywhere else that I could be flying over. Diverting is a little bit tricky. There's only way I can really do it with radar contact is by getting rid of radar contact, since for some reason I cannot get to the next page where those options are located. But not a big worry for me. If I have to kill radar contact, sometimes I kill radar contact.
Jacksonville Center 128.7.
Jacksonville Center on 128.7.
Well, luckily I haven't had to do that in a while.
128.70.
Jacksonville Center, Southwest 1118 is with you at flight number 360.
Southwest 1118, Jacksonville Center, Roger.
Luckily I don't have to do that very often, but when I do have to do it,
Brunswick, North Carolina, United States, 2.3 nautical miles,
I've already
174
looked
degrees.
at what airports are around and have decided where I'm going, and once I've gotten down below 10,000 feet or below, I switch over to FSX Pilot and have FSX Pilot deal with the approach and landing into whatever airport I'm landing at. So far that does work. If I have to do a diversion or have to do an emergency landing somewhere. What's really fun is if I shut down an engine. I've actually discovered I can still land with one engine, but
Southwest 1118, traffic 10 to 11 o'clock, 14 miles, northeastbound JetBlue Airbus at flight level 350.
Southwest 1118.
it is definitely something to worry about. As you can get too slow and stall.
Spirit Wings
Then no doubt
426, Jacksonville Center, roger.
However, I do wish FSX Pilot worked like it used to. Because as it works now, if I turn FSX Pilot on, the autopilot for FSX Pilot on, it now disengages the autopilot for the actual aircraft. Well, it used to be what I did is I had everything set up. I would basically use FSX Pilot, have the autopilot already turned on. Once I got to a certain point, like say I got the final approach clearance before going over the tower, and I was at like
1563, contact Washington
8,000 feet, for
Center,
example.
113,
Well, at that point I'm switching over to FSX Pilot. But now I've got actually that I need to turn that on, and I will find that the aircraft's autopilot turns off. Then I've got to pretty much quickly get control of things. Can be very interesting.
Next waypoint, start. Distance, 379 nautical miles. Bearing, 189 degrees 52 minutes, 4 seconds. North Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, United States. 7.3 nautical miles, 26 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean. Murrells Inlet, South Carolina, United States. 31.8 nautical miles, 339 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean. Arundel, South Carolina, United States. 55.9 nautical miles, 315 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean. Alacant, South Carolina, United States, 77.2 nautical miles, 324 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean.
Navigation, Spirit Wings 958.
Folly Beach, South Carolina, United States. 103.9 nautical miles, 332 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean. No city nearby. North Atlantic Ocean.
Spirit Wings 958, clear of traffic. Resume navigation.
Resumable navigation. Spirit Wings 958.
Love is like a river, sometimes the water's smooth as glass. Other days the water's really rough. Sometimes there are little ripples, then it goes to rapids. It can make things really tough, yeah. But baby, I've been thinking we can make it through this, me and you. We're gonna stay together, stronger than ever, stuck like glue. No matter if the waves try to capsize us, we can make it through, cause we're in love. I believe our resilience is strong enough.
Premium drinks are available for a small charge. If you wish to make an additional purchase, we only accept credit cards.
flight level 340, smooth. Pacifica 7011, Jacksonville Center, roger. southwest 1180. Contact
No city nearby.
Miami
North
Center
Atlantic Ocean.
124.1.
Miami Center on 124.1.
Com 124.10.
Miami Center, Southwest 1118 is with you at flight level 360.
Southwest 1118, Miami Center, roger.
Miami Center, Pacific 1331 at flight level 340.
Pacifica 1331, Miami Center, roger.
Miami Center, Pacifica 998 at flight level 340.
Pacifica 998, Miami Center, roger.
Time en route to destination, 41 minutes, 27 seconds.
Another thing that's interesting about tonight versus last night, there must be more flights on Saturday night. I did this exact same flight last night at the exact same time as tonight, and unfortunately, I can't talk. Unfortunately, aircraft problems caused me to crash into the ocean, but there was a ton more traffic, both around New York City and around Baltimore, Washington. I sure hell can't talk. Baltimore and Washington D.C. areas last night. Yeah, it is. Well, yeah, you got 3 airports down there. You got Dulles, BWI, and Ronald Reagan, pretty close together. But if you start going north, similar thing. I mean, you have, it's quite congested up there too. You have LaGuardia, JFK, and Newark. Not too far away from there, you have Philadelphia. And I've actually had times on the flight simulator where I end up circling
No
the
city nearby.
airport for
Move
a
Atlantic
while.
Ocean.
Any one of those airports, I end up trying to keep the planes slow enough to actually be able to land without having to go around or anything silly like that. I don't like going around. I do when I need to, but
Come here, baby.
I was trying to keep the plane from getting too close to other aircraft, and yeah, that was tricky. Actually, what I did, this was interesting. What I ended up doing that flight, what I ended up doing was I ended up saying screw it, instead of going in an ILS approach, I was doing a visual approach. So I ended up overflying the airport. And then doing an extended downwind and then turn around and come back in. That kind of solves that problem sometimes. Nice thing about these 737s, this is the 737-700, but the MAX 8 is the same thing. Those two airplanes fly nicely. And we rarely have issues with those two. I can do ILS approaches just as well as I can do traffic pattern approach or GPS approach. Right now, not all of my aircraft are working correctly. When I do want to try those, the old 10 and 11 I have, I want to see if that is still cooperating.
Cape Canaveral, Florida, United States, 103.6 nautical miles, 264 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean.
I would like to say a happy Memorial Day to everyone, to all those who have served, and who are serving. Thank you for your service and thank you for the sacrifice that you give for this country. It is because of all of you this country is the country that it is.
Time and route to destination, 30 minutes, 20 seconds. Talking flight Windows media status and lock talking flight monitor. Webasso Beach, Florida, United States, 94.4 nautical miles, 261 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean. West and West Grand Bahama, Bahamas, 59.4 nautical miles, 203 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean. Next waypoint, ZFP, distance, 62 nautical miles, bearing, 188 degrees 8 minutes, 34 seconds.
Southwest 1118, descend and maintain flight level 350.
Descend and maintain flight level 350, Southwest 1118.
Talking flight monitor row 1 column, talking flight. Longitude date, latitude. Heading lock, heading date. Engine 3, engine 2, engine 1, autopilot, attitude hold. ASL altitude date item 35,996 unavailable. Approach hold date, altitude date item 36,3. Altitude 0, 0, 0. Missed date item expanded. Altitude date item 35,000. AP altitude 35,000 feet. Minus 1,000 feet.
Southwest 1118. Contact Miami.
Seatbelt sign on.
131.6.
Miami Center on 131.6.
Com 1, 131.60.
Miami
Gentlemen, the
Center,
flight crew has turned on the fastest seatbelt
1118,
sign.
leaving
Talking flight monitor row primary tab start control.
359er for flight level 350.
Southwest 1118, Miami Center, roger. Descend and maintain flight level 270.
27.
Descend and
0,
maintain
0.
flight
Missed date
level
item.
270,
Altitude.
Southwest
Approach hold date.
1118.
ASL. Attitude. Autopilot master switch. Engine 1 throttle purse. Engine 2 throttle. Engine 3. Engine 4 throttle purse. Heading date item 100. Heading date item 90. Heading lock date item fall. Indicated airspeed date item 260. Latitude date item. Longitude date Mach date item. Mach hold date. Mach speed. Nav lock date item. Nav 1 course. Nav 2 course date item. Spoiler percent date. True airspeed date item. Vertical speed date item minus 1,000. Dash. Vertical speed 2500. Missed date item. True airspeed. Nav. Mach speed 35. Mach date item. Longitude. Latitude date. Indicate. Heading lock date. Heading date. Heading date. Engine 2. Engine 1 throttle. Autopilot master. Attitude hold date. ASL altitude date item 34,645. Approach hold date item. Altitude date item 27. Lockheed Martin. Minus 2,543 feet per minute. Time en route to destination, 19 minutes, 40 seconds, 34,000 feet.
Alright everyone, we have begun our descent into Nassau, Bahamas. We should be on the ground rather in the next 20 to 30 minutes, depending on what routing they take me on. Sometimes it does take longer than planned, but There's not a lot
33,000
of
feet.
traffic.
West
like
and
I've
West Grand
said
Bahama, Bahamas. 26.0 nautical miles. 223 degrees. North Atlantic Ocean. Eastern Standard Time.
earlier, so we just might be able to get a quicker approach into Nassau tonight, or this morning rather. So I'm gonna
32,000 feet.
concentrate on the approach and landing phase, and yeah, this flight's actually working out better than last night. And what I've figured out, I'm not going to actually mess with my settings yet. I've actually figured out that I can actually fly more realistically with my current setup. So
31,000 feet.
I've actually reduced the throttle
Southwest 1118, contact Nassau Control 134.2.
I'm about a quarter away or so.
134.2.
Com 1, 134.20.
Halfway on the throttle.
Nassau Control.
Yeah, we're descending.
1118 is with
30,000 feet.
leaving flight level 3024, flight level 270.
Shortly I'm going to have to slow the plane down.
Southwest 1118, Nassau Control, roger.
But, yeah, I think I've got this pegged now.
Southwest 1118,
Anyway,
descend.
enjoy the rest of the flight, everyone, and I will
Descend.
29,000 feet.
talk more once we've
Southwest
that gate.
1118.
Primary top. Altimeter. Altitude date 2, Al4. 0, 0, 0. Missed date item. Altitude lock approach hold. 8. Added. Autopilot mask. Engine 1, Engine 2, Engine 3, Engine 4. Heading date. Heading date y. Heading lock date. Indicated air. Latitude date y. Longitude date y. Mark date items. 0. Mark edits dot. 6. Missed date item expanded.
November
206.
8,
Latitude date
5,
indicated.
106.
Heading lock date item.
Miami
Heading date item 90.
133.45.
November 8, 5, 106,
Heading date item.
Miami Center
Engine 4 throttle.
133.45.
Engine 2. Engine 1 throttle percent date item 2273559570. Autopilot master switch date item 3 collapsed. Attitude hold date. ASL altitude. 27 altitude lock date item true collapsed.
Nassau Control.
Altitude date item 24,000.
132.55.
Com 1 132.55.
Nassau Control. Southwest 1118, leaving flight level 2674, flight level 240.
To assist with customs at our destination, flight attendants will begin handing out forms
1118,
momentarily.
Nassau Control, roger, wind ready.
26,000 feet.
Flight level 190.
1 alt 9.
When ready,
0
descend.
0
Flight
0.
level
Missed date item expanded.
190.
Altitude date item 19,000. Lockheed Martin.
Nassau Control, Pacifica 2187 at flight level 290.
Aircraft calling. Nassau Control, say again.
Nassau Control,
25,000 feet.
2187 is with you at flight level 290.
Pacifica 2187. Nassau Control, roger.
$24,000 feet. Next waypoint, mine, distance, 115 nautical miles, bearing, 152 degrees 16 minutes, 51 seconds. Mach 0.65, 23,000 feet.
Nassau Control, orbit 5119 at 3,000 feet. Orbit 5119. Nassau Control, roger.
$22,000 feet.
Aero Mexico 316. Contact Miami Center 134.75.
Aero Mexico 316, Miami Center 134.75.
$21,000 feet. Luke High Freeport, Bahamas, 4.8 nautical miles, 342 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean. $20,000 feet.
1,000 to go.
Zero feet per minute. $19,000 feet. Talking flight monitor. Altimeter inch. Airspeed data item 267. Airspeed data item 267. Airspeed hold data item false collapsed. Space. True selected. Mach hold off 318 knots. Airspeed data item 318. Lockheed Martin. 316 knots indicated.
Charlie 6, Victor, contact, Nassau Control 132.6.
Nassau Control 132.6. Charlie 6, Victor.
Pacifica 2969, contact Nassau Control 132.2.
Nassau Control 132.2, Pacifica 2969.
Air Force 605, contact Nassau Control 134.1.
Nassau Control 134.1, Air Force.
Total fuel, 6,840.5 pounds, 1,021.1 gallons. Total fuel flow, 6,771.
Nassau Control, Aero Mexico 316 at 3,000 feet.
Aero Mexico
Talking flight.
316.
AGL altitude,
Nassau
airspeed data item
Control,
308.
Roger.
2, air 6, 5. 265 airspeed hold data. Altimeter Q, altitude data item 9. Lockheed Martin. Next waypoint, mine, distance, 78 nautical miles. Bearing, 152 degrees 11 minutes, 22 seconds.
November 66144, contact Nassau Control 132.5.
Nassau Control 132.5, November 66144.
High Rockies, Grand Bahama, Bahamas, 37.0 nautical miles, 366 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean.
Southwest 1118 due to traffic saturation. Arrivals, shut us off. You can expect delay vectors. I'll keep you advised. Cleared direct Zulu. Foxtrot Papa. Fly heading 330
Talking flight mode.
degrees. Until
Primary taps tab control.
for navigation.
Altitude lock date wide. Attitude hold date wide. Autopilot. Engine
Fly heading
Engine 2. Engine 3.
0 degrees.
Engine 4 throttle. Heading date wide. Heading date wide 90. 3. Heading negative 3. 0. Heading 300. Heading 300. Space. Heading lock active. True. Missed date item expanded. Heading lock date item true collapsed. Heading date item 330. Lockheed Martin.
Well, we are now delayed, folks. It doesn't seem like it's that busy, but arrivals have decided otherwise. So,
Total fuel, 6,631.5 pounds, 989.9 gallons. Total fuel flow, 4,813.
Contact Nassau Control
we
135.
we have about an hour worth of flying time left,
Nassau Control
so
135.25 November
fuel-wise.
8620. Nassau Control Pacific 168512,000 feet.
Pacific 1685.
So we shall see what happens.
Nassau Control, roger. Resume on navigation.
I've never seen this airport this busy at this time of night, but, well, apparently it's going to be a busy airport at this hour. What are you going to do, though?
November 88888. Contact Nassau Control 131.1.
Nassau Control 131.1 November 88888.
Contact Nassau Control 131.6.
Nassau Control 131.6 November 888888.
Total fuel, 6,401.7 pounds, 955.6 gallons. Total fuel flow, 4,805.
Yeah, basically 5,000 pounds an hour, so we have
NASA Control, Aeromexico
just under
316 at 1,000 feet.
Aeromexico
Time to reach to destination, 12 minutes. Total fuel, 6,375.9 pounds, 951.7 gallons. Total fuel flow, 4,846.
6,300 basically. So we have about an hour, a little over an hour of flying time.
November 88888. Contact Nassau Control 135.6.
Route High Freeport, Bahamas, 35.0 nautical miles, 347 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean.
November 88888.
Oh, lovely. Into a storm we go.
November 88888. Contact Nassau Control 134.
I saw that flash of lightning.
Nassau Control 134.7 November 88888.
Wind, 148 at 4 knots. Gusts at 0 knots.
No wind at least. No wind that's really a problem though. Yep. We have lightning. No thunder, so must be kind of off in the distance.
November 66144. Contact Nassau Control 131.55.
What is fun is when ETC forgets about one. So if I get
November 8
below 2,000 pounds of fuel, I will head for the airport for a straight in approach.
134.75 November 88888.
So far I'm okay, so don't have to worry about that.
Total fuel, 5,970.8 pounds, 891.3 gallons. Total fuel flow, 4,831.
Yeah, if I get basically 2,000 pounds of fuel, I'm definitely headed straight for the airport.
Freeport, Bahamas. 10.2 nautical miles, 32 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean, Eastern Standard Time.
November 22223, contact Nassau Control 135.6.
Nassau Control 135.6.
Next waypoint, mine, distance, 115 nautical miles, bearing, 146 degrees 19 minutes, 22 seconds.
November 00001, contact Nassau Control 132.8.
Nassau Control 132.8, November 00001.
November 11112, contact Nassau Control 135.
Interesting, there was not this much traffic around here last night,
November
there shouldn't have to is tonight. I already said that.
November 22223, contact Nassau Control 131.45.
Nassau Control 131.45, November 22223.
November 33333, contact Nassau Control 133.25.
Nassau Control 133.25.
Kind of got to do what ATC says.
November 33333.
Best thing I can do is pay attention to my fuel situation. Prepare to go straight for the airport.
Control 132.1.
Nassau Control 132.1, November 99999.
November 8348, Yankee, contact Nassau Control 134.5. Have a good flight.
Nassau Control 134.5, November 8348, Yankee.
November 44444, contact Nassau Control 133.45.
Nassau Control 133.45, November 44444.
November 4689, Romeo, contact Nassau Control 132.6.
Nassau Control 132.6, November 4689, Romeo.
November 8151, Uniform, contact Nassau Control 135.7.
NASA Control 135.7, November 8151, uniform. Your plane.
Got it.
Heading 330, altimeter, 1013, 29.92 inches dot.
Alright, I've just handed the airplane over to the
altimeter, 1013, 29.92 inches dot.
6, hotel, contact Nassau Control 133.5.
And I will take back over when
Nassau Control 133.35, November 5406, Hotel.
Heading back toward the airport.
Altimeter, 1013, 29.92 inches dot.
4090, Yankee, contact Nassau Control 131.75.
19,004 feet ASL.
Nassau Control 131.75, November 4090, Yankee.
Altimeter, 1013, 29.92 inches dot. Altimeter, 1013, 29.92 inches dot. Altimeter, 1013, 29.92 inches. Altimeter, 1000, altimeter, 1013, Altimeter. B. Altimeter. 1013. 29.92 inches dot. Altimeter.
Yes, if I'm going to use that, say it's a overseas flight, and I just have to use that and go to bed, I turn speeds off.
Control 130.75.
Nassau Control 130.75, November 1112.
Weird reason.
November 3574 Kilo contact Nassau Control 132.85. Nassau Control 132.85 November.
Talking flight monitor row 1 column 2. Talking flight monitor. Heading date item 330 unavailable. Engine 4. Engine 3. Engine 2 throttle percent date item 436828.
November 0.
Engine 1 throttle percent date item 438110. Autopilot master switch. Altitude hold date item false code ASL altitude. Approach hold date. Altitude. Altitude date. Altimeter interest date item 3. Airspeed hold date item 2. Airspeed date item 2. Airspeed 280 knots. Missed date item expanded. Airspeed date. Lockheed Martin Reg.
November 3138 Kilo contact Nassau Control 135.3.
Nassau Control 135.3, November 3138 Kilo.
November 99999 contact Nassau Control 135.6.
Just increased to 280 knots.
6 November 99999.
It will use a little more fuel, but hopefully I can.
Hotel Papa 353 contact Nassau Control 131.4.
Nassau
Get to a
Control
point where they have to turn around here.
Hotel Papa
Because essentially I'm flying back up to Florida.
November 3603 Golf contact Miami Center 1.
Autopilot main path space. Check. Office panel dialogue range space. Context set out to fly right, fly left, fly right. SPD,
So
HG,
I'm
F.
going to check and see what airports are close now. Consider turning off radar contact and landing on the one I can land at if I need to.
99999.
Helicopter subplane submit near. NDB submit for submenu near runway submit near airport submit NYGF. Grand Bahama line TL 39.1 M. KPBI. Palm Beach line TL 47. NYGF. Grand Bahama line TL 30 KPBI. Palm Beach line TL KLNA. Palm Beach CO Park 48.6 KPBI. Palm Beach line TL 47. KLNA KPBI. Palm Beach line TL 47.0 NM K.
4. Have a good flight.
Nassau Control
Just as I thought, I'm headed back up
November
towards Florida.
8888.
Fun!
November 99999.
We're going to just stand in Florida or Grand Bahamas, one of those two.
5.45.
Nassau Control 135.45, November 99999.
FX panel dialogue range mode. Lockheed Martin registered.
November 1658 Bravo contact Nassau Control 135.15.
NASA Control 135.15 November 1658 Bravo.
November 6666.
Talking flight, Windows, ideal flight, PACX, slope radar, contact version 4/auto has comms roll 2 com.
4.15. Good day.
Nassau Control
Lockheed Martin registered.
134.15, November 66666.
Talking flight monitor, Windows, meet ideal flight, PACX, radar, FSW, professional, multi-crew, Lockheed Martin registered. Talking flight monitor, row 1, column 2.
Contact Miami
Talking flight monitor.
133.75.
November 3603 Golf, Miami Center 133.75.
MyCom, yours.
Talking flight, Windows Media, ideal flight, PACX, radar contact version 4.
60
West and westbound.
Golf, contact Miami Center 132.65.
November 36.
Lockheed Martin register. Talking flight, monitor row on column 2. Windows Media, ideal PA's radar, FW, most lock, talking, Windows, ideal flight. Lockheed Martin,
Nassau
PACX,
Control,
row.
November 5556 at 1,000 feet, light chop.
November
Lockheed Martin register. PACX, row.
556.
Status and command bar view. Lockheed FW Professional Multi-Crew X Windows Media Lockheed Martin PACX Talking Flight Ideal Flight Radar Contact version 402 column 1.
November 3574 Kilo contact Nassau Control 130.1.
Nassau Control 130.1. November 3574 Kilo.
Status and command bar view. Context menu. File submenu F. Switch to library. Lockheed Martin. Windows PACX row. Talking flight monitor. Talking flight monitor. AGL altitude. Airspeed data item 280. 2. Airspeed edit 2. 6. 5. Missed data item expanded. Airspeed data item 265. 2. F is pad space. Context menu. Say sub view mode. Range sub view. Drop. Erase. Save. Near you. All air. Circle. Circle. Fly direct. Fly speed. Submenu F. Fly altitude 5,000. 10,001. F is panel dialog space. Press. Say view. Range. View. Drop. Erase. Save. Near you. All air. Circle. Circle. Right. Hit. Fly direction. Submenu F.
Minus 1,500
Fly speed. Submenu. Fly direct. North and west W. Sub S. F is panel dialog range mode.
Heading
Menu button.
set to a magnetic heading of 180 degrees.
Space. Context menu. Say sub view. Range. View. Drop. Erase. Save. Near you. All air. Circle. Circle. Fly direction. Fly speed. Take off. 240 kmct. F is panel
Speed
dialog.
adjusted to
Lockheed Martin.
240 knots. Take off speed.
Auto throttle off. Airspeed hold off. B. Altimeter 1017, 30.03 inches dot.
Past transition level.
Next waypoint, mine, distance, 175 nautical miles. Bearing, 147 degrees, 32 minutes, 59 seconds, 17,000
we're almost
feet.
back up in Florida, so...
16,000
feet. What we are
feet.
going to do is find a different airport.
F is panel dialog space. Context set up. Fly helic planes near. NDB for submit near runways sub near airports menu. KSUA, Wyndham, 34, KF45, North Palm Beach Field, KPBI, Palm Beach INTL, 3306 FA, KFPR, Treasure Coast INTL, 34 points, KLNA, Palm Beach Field Park, 37 KX58, Indian Town, 37.2 NM, K. KSUA, Wyndham, 30 KF45, North KPBI, Palm Beach INTL, 40
Palm Beach
panel dialog range mode.
Where we go?
Space. Press. Set out. Fly eyes approach from fly eyes on landing at KPB. Ultra short normal N. F is panel dialog range mode. Menu button.
selected.
Lockheed Martin register.
So. Runway KPBI 10L selected. Sir.
Instead of
Approach
going to Nassau, Bahamas tonight, everyone, we are landing in Palm Beach International in Florida. So we should be on the ground in a very short time period.
Minus 1,362 feet per minute. 236 knots indicated.
And in one of my next videos, I'll do a quick hop over to Nassau, I think. Might actually break out my handy dandy Viking demonstrator amphibious aircraft for that one.
244 knots indicated. Minus 4,918 feet per minute. 15,000 feet.
Now we're having to descend pretty quickly here. Because we are too high for this approach.
14,000 feet.
Anyway, I'm going to focus on this and I will be back with everyone once we have parked at the gate.
Numlock off. Question. Spoilers armed. Auto brake position 1.
Bounce across 10,000.
Landing on.
Crossing 10,000.
Crossing 10,000.
Hobe Sound, Florida, United States. 9,000 feet, minus 8,993 feet per minute. Minus 6,365 feet per minute. Talking flight monitor 01 column 2. Talking flight monitor AGL altitude data item. Missed data item. Communications data item. Transpond. Missed data item expanded. AGL altitude data item 8,000. Airspeed data item 265. Airspeed hold data. Altimeter inches data item 30.03. Lockheed Martin register.
Crossing 10,000.
1952 feet per minute. Minus 3,442 feet per minute. .259 knots indicated. Minus 4,823 feet per minute. 9,000 feet. F is panel dot space. Press context menu. Say sub. Nothing and D. F is panel dialog range mode. Menu button. 9,000 feet. Lockheed Martin registered Prepper 3D registered V4.
36 miles.
Minus 13,084 feet per minute. 6,000 feet. Minus 15,151 feet per minute.
We're in the dive, apparently.
Minus 6,093 feet per minute.
Slow down, airplane.
.7,835 feet per minute. 235 knots indicated.
There we go.
.293 feet per minute. 6,050 feet. Minus 8,566 feet per minute.
miles.
Minus 7,274 feet. Minus 9,682 feet per minute. 2,000 feet. F is Spay context. Set out to fly the nearest airport at. Fly sit from KP. Fly airway. Fly right. Fly left. Fly helicopter planes near. NDB sub for sub menu. Near runway sub near airports menu. KSUA with 065. KPBI. Pump. F is panel.
Target KPBI
context set out. Fly eyes on landing at KP. Fly eyes normal land. F is panel dialog range mode. Menu button. Lockheed Martin registered.
KPBI selected. Runway KPBI 10L selected. Sir.
3,000 feet.
Approach entry KPBI 10L selected. Sir. NAV on.
4,000 feet. Minus 2,379 feet per minute.
.28 miles.
Minus 2,733 feet per minute. Autopilot main. Edit blank. Edit selected 240. Edit selected 180. Edit selected minus 32. Selection removed. 240 knots. Heading 180. Edit selected 3,520. Minus 100 feet per minute. Edits. Lockheed Martin red. Minus 2,116 feet per minute. .556 feet ASL. Minus 1,240 feet per minute. Heading 192. .261 knots indicated. Minus 443 feet per minute. 545 feet per minute. 6,000 feet.
24 miles.
R. Auto throttle armed. Minus 6,135 feet per minute. R. Auto throttle off. Minus 1,526 feet per minute to Cuesta, Florida, United States. 3.0 nautical miles, 249 degrees, North Atlantic Ocean. 5,655 feet ASL. 209 knots indicated. 4,954 feet per minute. 3,533 feet per minute. 6,234 feet ASL. FS panel menu but context menu. Set out flight pallet planes near NDB for near runway submenu N. Near airport submenu N. KF 4506 FOC KSUA KPBI. FS panel dialog range mode space. Set out flight out tangent fly traffic pattern fly GPS auto land ultra short steep S. Ultra short U steep S. Straight S.
17 miles.
Steep S. Ultra short U short S. FS panel dialog range mode menu button. Lockheed Martin range.
KPBI 10L selected, sir. Switching to true heading display for the approach, sir.
– 7,000 feet.
I'm betting I have bad data somewhere. What I'm gonna have to do is go and grab the Navigator F data. I don't think it downloaded correctly. I think that's where the problem is. And reinstall that and that should fix this, I hope. That's what it's looking like the problem is. The AIRAC data is wrong.
– 3,852 feet per minute.
13 miles.
6,906. 244 knots indicated.
That's definitely what it's looking like, is I have bad AIRAC data. But this should not be happening. I'll fix that later on today.
4,000 feet. Minus 213 feet per minute. 7,549 feet per minute.
9.5 miles.
This is going to be a fast landing, I guarantee it.
8.8 miles.
FS panel. Contract say sub. Nothing end. FS panel.
Okay.
Lockheed
I'll
Martin.
shut up, sir.
6,000 feet.
Yeah, they can't get the altitudes right, they can't get the speeds right. Yeah. That's going off the AIRAC data, so I guarantee that's the issue. I've said that like 3 or 4 times now. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and concentrate.
,6,000 feet.
Flaps 0.
Flaps 1, Flaps 1, Flaps 1, Flaps 2, Flaps 2, Loxahatchee Grove, Florida, United States, 2.8 nautical miles, 187 degrees. SIM connect messages unmuted. Minus 866 feet per minute. 3,605 feet ASL.
Flaps 3.
Flaps 2, Flaps 3, Flaps 3, Flaps 4, Flaps 4, Flaps 4, Flaps 5, Flaps 5. Flaps 5, Flaps 6, Flaps 6, Flaps 6, Flaps 7, Flaps 7, Flaps 7, Flaps 8, Flaps 8, Flaps 8, Flaps 9, Flaps 9, Flaps 9, Flaps 10, Flaps 10. 3,000 feet, Flaps 10, Flaps 11, Flaps 11, Flaps 12, Flaps 12, Flaps 12, Flaps 13, Flaps 13, gear down dot, Flaps 14, Flaps 14, Flaps 15, Flaps 15, Flaps 15, Flaps 15, Flaps 16, Flaps 16, Flaps 17, Flaps 17, Flaps 17, Flaps 18, Flaps 18, Flaps 18, Flaps 19, Flaps 20, Flaps 21, Flaps 22, Flaps 23, Flaps 24, Flaps 25, Flaps 26, Flaps 27, Flaps 28, Flaps 29, Flaps 30, Flaps 30. Flaps 30, Flaps 31, Flaps 32, Flaps 32, Flaps 33, Flaps 33, Flaps 33, Flaps 34, Flaps 34, Flaps 35, Flaps 35, Flaps 36, Flaps 36, Flaps 37, Flaps 37, Flaps 38, Flaps 38, Flaps 38, Flaps 39, Flaps 39, Flaps 39, Flaps 40, 2,000 feet. $136 knots indicated. 1,500. 144 knots indicated. 1,486 feet AGL. Minus 636 feet per minute.
Feet above the ground.
Number GSXA simulator update has been applied. Please run GSX level 2 control panel and click the disable default jet whiz button. 1,000 feet.
Don't sink.
Approaching.
Don't sink.
0.
Don't
9.
sink.
Left.
Don't sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Too high. Too high.
Minus 794. 549 feet AGL.
500. 500 feet.
Unstable. Unstable.
Numlock off.
Approaching.
400.
0. 9. Left. Unstable. Unstable. Approaching. 0. 9.
Minimums.
Left. Unstable. Unstable.
$100.
50.
40. 30. 20.
On ground.
Spoilers deployed.
123
Spoilers
knots.
deployed. Brakes active.
109 knots.
60 knots.
95 knots. 85 knots. 75 knots. 66 knots. 56 knots. 50
Brakes
knots.
active.
41 knots.
Brakes active.
34 knots. 27 knots. 20 knots. 20 knots.
Auto brake off.
18 knots. 17 knots. 16 knots. 15 knots. 14 knots. 13 knots.
Parking brake on. Westgate, Florida, United States.
On runway.
1.3 nautical miles. 349 degrees.
9. Left.
Switching back to magnetic
Flaps 38.
headings.
Flaps 38. APU starting.
Heading
Flaps
set to a
37. Flaps
magnetic
36.
heading of
Flaps 36.
100
Flaps
degrees.
35. Flaps 34. Flaps 33.
Well done.
Flaps 32.
Good
Ideal
landing.
flight completed. Touchdown local time 2 hours, 37 minutes, and 27 seconds AM. Close prep for 3D or exit flight from the ideal flight main menu. Flaps 31. Flaps 30. Flaps 28. Flaps 27. Flaps 26. Flaps 20. Talking Windows Media Player PACX row. Ideal flight professional row. Ideal flight professional. Header. Context menu. Flaps. Simulate flight assistance. Ideal flight professional. Header. Flight completed. Touchdown look. Flaps 8. Flaps 7. Flaps 6. Flaps 5. Flaps 4. Flaps 3. Flaps set autopilot items. Flight level. Nav OBS 1, Nav 2, OBS 2, Flight 80, calls, maintain, select, navigate, allow player, move to look, combo box, private parking, collapse, KPBI, gate G1, gate small, KPBI, gate G4, gate small, KPBI, gate G9, gate heavy, set hotkey cycle voice settings, OK button dot, OK button alt plateau, ideal flight, move to location unknown,
on runway,
ideal flight, move to location, gate G9,
9,
Lockheed Martin registered prep for 3D,
on runway, 0, 9, left.
Numlock on. Numlock off. APU generator active.
Taxi lights off.
Okay, taxi lights
Taxi off.
Strobe lights off.
H. Pitot heat off.
Strobe lights off.
Strobe lights turned off.
Strobe off. V. Number 1 ignition off. Number 2 ignition off. Number 1 fuel valve closed. Number 2 fuel valve closed.
Beacon light off.
Yep. Beacon lights off.
Beacon off. E. Number SX activate ground services 1, request boarding 2, request catering service 3, request refueling 4, request boarding 5, prepare for pushback and departures 8. GSX activate ground services 1. Blank 1. Select operator at gate G9 select numlock on.
Well folks, here we are in Palm Beach, Florida. We were supposed to go to Nassau, Bahamas, but due to
number GSX handling by ExpressJet.
Due to congestion at Nassau,
GSX GPU requested.
We didn't have much of a choice. We were pretty much back at Florida, so I decided rather than risk a fuel problem of being too low on fuel, which we were getting there pretty quickly, I decided to return to an airport in Florida. So we have landed in Palm Beach, and I'm going to try to fix a couple of things with the flight simulator before my next video. Basically, I'm going to
GSX battery charger active.
Be removing
numlock off. APU generator off. APU shutting down. Numlock on.
the simulator completely. FSUIPC completely.
APU shut down.
And let's see. MCE. I'm going to remove. Yeah, there's several programs I'm going to remove. I'm going to quickly reinstall everything. I'm between work stuff tomorrow. I'm going to be working on this. And yeah, that's kind of my plan here. Or I should say today, rather. Anyway, I will say good night, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever you happen to be watching this, everyone. And to my most precious and dearest and most beautiful Angela, I love thee so deeply. And I'm so deeply in love with thee.
Westgate, Florida, United States.
And
1.0
until
nautical
next
miles,
time,
341
everyone,
degrees.
happy flying.
Numlock off.